So you've got a creative idea that could generate loads of cash, but you're not quite sure how to turn that into a business. That's why I'm here. I'm Kalilah Reynolds, and it's time for another episode of Money Moves JA, brought to you in partnership with EXIM Bank's Business Advisory Service, giving you the tools to grow your business. Our guest today is none other than founder of StockingbyKandi, Kandi King. She's going to tell us how she did it. Welcome, Kandi. So good to have you.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we know each other from a different capacity, and now here we are on this program.
Yes.
And you're running things in the carnival world.
I mean, we're trying. I'm trying. It has been a long but exciting journey to get to where I am today.
And I'm sure it must have been difficult with COVID and then carnivals were canceled.
Definitely.
And
yes. The pandemic was a little rough, especially for those of us in the entertainment industry, but the bounce back has been the comeback. That's the story. Yeah.
So you have KarnivalbyKandi and StockingbyKandi.
Yes.
And we're going to focus more on StockingbyKandi.
Right.
Carnival was like a travel agent kind of company.
Right. So we did like a concierge service. I used to help people. I still do, but on a much smaller scale now. Help people to get to carnivals around the region. And we did packages, and it's great, but it was very labor intensive. It's a lot of work, and eventually I felt like the profit wasn't enough for the amount of work I was putting in. And even though it's still profitable, I found it wasn't making me wealthy. And I really was hungry for more in this industry. And I really got the idea from the stockings by, of course, attending carnivals and seeing the girls. And when I saw them, their stockings were straight and their carnival panties were cut in a V.
Right.
And I just didn't like how it looked. And I said to my friend, I was like, why can't they cut the stockings in a V too, so that it matches the panties? And I used good old Google and messaged some manufacturers overseas and asked around until somebody said, yes, we will do it, and sent me a sample, and the rest is history. To me, it was very important to me to put a patent on it. It's actually...
Before we get to the patent...
Okay, all right. Sorry. I'm going ahead.
You're moving fast here.
Sorry.
So how long did all of this take? So you had the idea.
Yes.
Did you make a prototype for yourself? Like just take some scissors and cut it?
No, I did not. I asked the company to send me a sample.
Right.
And once they sent me a few samples, I then tested it.
How long did that take?
About a month.
To find a manufacturer, to get the sample?
To find a manufacturer, and then probably another month to get the sample, and then...
So it happened pretty quickly?
It did happen very quickly. It happened over the span of 2 to 3 months.
And this manufacturer is based where? In which country?
China.
In China?
Yes.
So how did you find a manufacturer in China?
Google? Yeah, I literally Googled stocking manufacturers, and they are the ones that... I mean, I emailed a bunch of them, and some of them said no, they couldn't do it. And when I found one that could, or two that could, I asked both of them to send me samples, and then I chose the better one. And
in terms of pricing, like how did you go about negotiating the pricing with them? What challenges did you have?
Well, there wasn't really much challenges around pricing, because as you know, China tends to...
Yeah.
You know, they do that for you. But pricing it in this region was a challenge, because there are competitors now, but they sell the regular stockings. So I wanted to make sure I was priced competitively. But this is a superior product. So I went a little above my competitors now. And that has actually worked out in my favor, because people, they perceive that it is they say that it is a better product, and they buy into the brand.
Right.
Yeah.
But what's it like doing business with a Chinese manufacturer?
There is a language barrier. I think a lot of the times they use translators. So that is a bit of a challenge because of the language. But for the most part, you have to talk to them at nights. And that's
because of the time difference.
Yeah, because of the time difference. So that's the only part. But they're very friendly. And the supplier that I use is very, very customer centric. So I get very good customer service from them. Do
you have any challenges with shipping since it's so far away?
Oh my gosh, yes. I would say shipping is definitely a challenge for me, because I ship worldwide, and I always ship centrally to somewhere in the United States first. But anywhere I'm sending the goods, you have to pay customs over and over and over and over and over again. And so that's where the cost really, I've had to factor in other costs. And I learned that very quickly. So the challenge is on your end delivering to the customer, not getting it from China? No, not getting it from China. That's fairly simple. You pay shipping and customs together. And so it's all cleared pretty much from it's sent. But when it gets to this region now, if I'm shipping from the US to Jamaica, it's customs again. If I'm shipping some from Jamaica anywhere else, it's customs again. Anywhere I'm shipping is customs again. And so that has really driven up the cost a little bit for me.
So you have the manufacturer ship here to Jamaica or to the United States?
I have, but no, it's cheaper to go to the US first. Yeah.
And then they just distribute from the US.
And then use there as a hub, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so patent. You had this idea, you got your prototype, I suppose. You start manufacturing. And then what's the next thought in your head?
Well, off the bat, I knew that people would copy this idea. I just knew because a lot of people already, as a side hustle, would just sell stockings. And I knew once it came out that those same people would think that it's okay to just buy into these stockings. And very often with the Chinese, if you're buying, they're selling. They have no loyalty. So they will sell to another buyer, even though it's my idea. Even if I'm saying, hey, that's mine, they don't care. So it was very important to me to get a protection for the design. No, it's actually not a patent, even though I kind of use the word loosely. It's called an industrial design protection. If I invented stockings, it would be a patent, but it's a design on the stocking. And so it's an industrial design protection. And I filed it here in Jamaica first with JIPO, and then I went to Trinidad and did the same thing at their intellectual property office. And then I discovered that I'd have to go to every single jurisdiction and file. Did some Googling again and discovered the Hague Agreement, where you can apply to the World Intellectual Property Office in Geneva, Italy. It's done online. And once you get that certification, you're covered in a number of jurisdictions, which included the US, which was very important to me, China, which was very important to me.
Is this the new thing that came into effect this year?
Yes, and Jamaica is now on board.
Right, because we had them on the show earlier this year in February, I think.
Yes, so it came into effect in Jamaica this year. A lot of the European countries are also covered, so I wanted to make sure that I got that. That process took about a year. You apply and you pay for it, and then it's just kind of like waiting in vain until you get back something saying, yeah, you are approved, and it will be printed in the whatever bulletin, and you get a certificate to say that it's protected. So that came through for me. I'm very excited because now I want to make more noise about it, now that I have the protection. So anybody out there that's thinking about it, please to call me first, right? They have to.
But have you had that? Have you had people copying already?
Oh, yes. Left, right, and center.
And how do you deal with it?
First of all, I always go the amicable route. I always because a lot of people don't know. They don't know, and I can't expect everybody to know that it is protected. People genuinely are just looking for other avenues to earn, and so they will buy it innocently, and I understand. So the first route that I always take is to just educate them. Hey, my name is Kandi. I actually own the patent for this thing. I understand maybe you would have bought, let us say, 1,000 of these. If you want to sell them off, that's fine. But next time around, let's do some business together where we can both earn from it. It's not always met amicably on the other end.
But that's a very nice approach.
Right. I mean, and my lawyer told me to take that approach, you know, to go the amicable route first. And so I always do that, but not all the times. You know, on the other end, it's the same. So I've had to issue cease and desist from my lawyer. I've had to do it multiple times in multiple countries. I've had to find lawyers in other countries to help me. So and it's going to keep happening. You know, somebody said to me, you know, boy, Kandi, Nike and Apple and Puma and all the great brands have copiers out of China. And, you know, this is just how it's going to be. And you have to pick your battles. And so I just really try to focus on making my product superior. I have to make sure that it is the best quality, the best version of it, the deepest V, all the features of it are to the Carnival girls' liking, you know, the fit, everything.
Color, the
yeah, exactly. I have the most colors so that they will choose my brand over and over and over again.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, how do you deal with having a product that's seasonal? Because it is for Carnival.
Okay. I get this question a lot. Carnival is only seasonal here in Jamaica. There's always a carnival happening. Just this week alone, the summer is a very, very busy carnival period. We have all the small island carnivals in the summer, which include Grenada, Barbados, Antigua. I just did Bermuda, St. Lucia. All of that was in July. Jamaica had a carnival in July as well, even though Jamaica's carnival is usually in April. Trinidad usually kicks off the carnival season in February every year, and the lead up to that includes January. So that's January, February is a very busy season, and then it's only 6 weeks till Jamaica, so that's another season, and then the entire summer full of the small islands. So I service all of those islands, and then the end of the year now we have Labor Day in New York, which is a big one. Yeah, we have Notting Hill, which is huge, and we also have Miami Carnival in October. So that pretty much takes
so
us...
it's not really seasonal,
it's not really
all
seasonal
year round.
at all. And I have an online store, and it is always doing well. It's always, people are always trying to get for their next carnival.
But what about other related industries? Like, all right, so you have carnival, because I'm thinking, who else wants a stocking with a deep V? Yeah, dancers.
Yeah, we're gonna start reaching out to dance schools and dancers all over the world, and we've already gotten good traction on that. To have a couple schools that were interested in dance stores, burlesque dancers. It's a lot of, even celebrities. Every time you look at a celebrity on stage, I keep pointing it out to my husband, like, look, she's wearing a stocking, look, she's wearing a stocking. Performers of all kinds wear stockings all the time. So we're going to tap into other markets outside of the carnival industry, but this was just our entry point, and it has, Kalilah, it has been doing so well. Life-changing, having a product.
So you found something that's really scalable globally.
Yes,
that's
absolutely,
amazing.
Absolutely. And I know a lot of people think, oh, it's just stockings, or, you know, but it has changed my life for the better, and it is earning.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
How much work is it? It must be a whole lot of work.
The beautiful part about this business is it is way less stress than anything I've done before, and way more money. It's been such a blessing in that way. It's literally buy and sell. There's nothing to it. A lot of my efforts are focused on marketing, and you know how it is these days. A lot of that is social media marketing. So it is just buy and sell. It's completely organic on my part. I already had the audience from KarnivalbyKandi and the other things that I've done in the industry, so I just appealed to my audience in that way. Hey, I have this product, and after the first round, when I realized, wow, people are really buying into this thing, I was like, no man, I have to take it serious.
Is it still just you?
No, I have 2 other employees
so 3 people.
now. Yeah, 3 people.
Making this global impact.
Yeah, well, about to.
That's amazing. Well, I wish you much further success.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you.
And congratulations again.
Here's a recap of Kandi's key points. Once you have an idea, jump on it. Utilize online resources to help you along the way. Pricing a little above your competitor can be a good thing once you have determined you have a good product. Protecting your design idea is important to ensure you get credit for the idea. To protect your design idea locally, you can file for an industrial design protection with JIPO. The Hague Agreement allows industrial designs to be protected in multiple countries and can be applied for online.
That's it for this episode of Money Moves JA, brought to you in partnership with EXIM Bank's Business Advisory Service, giving you the tools to grow your business. Visit their website at eximbankja.com and follow them on social media, including YouTube and Instagram. You can check out my website, KalilahReynolds.com, for a summary of this episode. I'm Kalilah Reynolds. Until next time.